simplify for us and the audience, both in the room and of course online, what we mean by cyber hygiene, and of course if there is a difference between cyber hygiene and cyber security.
So I think the word that most of us are familiar with is cyber security, which is where we keep our equipment, our people, our networks secure so that they can be used safely. And I'd say actually that cyber hygiene is just a part of cyber security. And if I was to draw an analogy, since I was a teacher for a long time, I'd say cyber hygiene is the skin of cyber security. So right now you're looking on the skin part of me. Inside there's a heart, there's lungs, there's a liver, there's things which are very critical to my survival. But hopefully you're not aware of them. You'd have to have a specialized person called a surgeon to cut me open and show those parts. What you normally interact with is the outer part, and what you need to keep hygienic is generally the outer part. So citizens, as we are given a lot of statistics before the lunch break, are really using this technology on a daily basis, and they interact with devices, they interact with networks, and they interact with applications. And there are certain practices that they need to adopt. There are certain tools and techniques that they have to master. There's certain knowledge that they need. For example, a lot of the attacks in Kenya, the cyber security attacks, are social engineering attacks. And if you're not aware of this, when somebody sends you an email saying that I'm Prince so-and-so, and I'd like to transfer a large sum of money to your account, you can imagine the ordinary person is completely unaware of the risk, and they immediately send all their bank details, and then they wait to get a fortune into their account. So it's not even a complicated attack. It's just simple knowledge that it is possible that somebody can write you something that is not true, and please do not share your account details through this channel. So the cyber hygiene aspect is what we need to tell citizens, what they need to do on a day-to-day basis, what kind of culture and values that they need to adopt when they are in the cyberspace, and the tools and techniques that they can use to keep themselves safe.
As Huawei, what are you doing as a global tech to probably address and assist on this?
Okay, so thank you for that question. We are an equipment manufacturing company. And one of the things is that when example, COVID hit us, a lot of people went into panic mode in terms of going digital and things. Some simple things that we used to talk about, moving towards the digital era. And I can say that very many people moved online. The advantage was that because we're a global company, we were already online. Why? Because we were already having discussions with other countries. So some of the things around cybersecurity, we had to put them in place way back. Now, the thing was that we had to enhance, knowing that we're going to have people working from home, we're going to have people understanding that there's a risk that even our own information, our internal information will be exposed, because remember, when you're working within a workspace environment, you can be able to see, basically understand and see, because they're within the network. So now you have people working from home and having this kind of situations. So what happened is that we had to enforce and enhance our security measures. And this even went into us making sure that we even have third parties even doing an audit on our systems to make sure that the simple things are actually being met even when people are working from home. Now, some of the programs, as I move now into what we have done for women and children, is that several programs that have been ongoing way back before even COVID was we had programs like DigiTrack. We had programs that we've partnered with people like even CA, where we've been able to do, can I call them like boot camps? Yeah, so through those programs, we've been able to enhance the training programs. Now that people are moving more online and are transitioning to online, like now if it's about workspace, if it's about even selling businesses, all these things, we had to make people aware from our training aspect. So our trainings incorporate cybersecurity, also ensuring how you can protect your data. And so you'll realize even through some of the academy, maybe you might have heard of ICT Academy that we have, our Huawei ICT Academy. One of the programs that we have involves cybersecurity training. So these are the areas that we had to enhance, even with the women and the children, that how then can we enforce that they can have this awareness as they do these trainings. So even in the DigiTrack, remember you can't do such complicated trainings when you move to rural areas. So in rural areas, we do the sensitization of cybersecurity. You know, with children, you can't start telling them about ransomware and all these things.
Communication Authority and the owners of KE-CIRT, what are you doing in promoting cyber hygiene as a regulator?
We have recognized indeed that cyber hygiene is a key element within the cyber security management. In fact, it's the most important element amongst any others. In fact, I tell most people that when they are about to invest into cyber security management, the number one thing most people think of are tools, isn't it? You will want to go and buy the latest antivirus, latest software, the latest intrusion prevention system or intrusion detection system, install it, and you believe, I'm set, I'm ready. Yeah, I've got first level, second level, third level of wall protection on my network, right? But you realize now it's beyond that. Cyber hygiene now actually goes to the people issues, behind behind the infrastructure and the ecosystem. So it's more of now, how clean am I? Remember the analogy of the skin, right? So how many times do you take shower in a day, right? When are you clean? When time do you put lotion? So the same analogy. In the same way now in the cyberspace, we encourage Kenyans now to look at various aspects of cyber hygiene. We first of all create awareness to inform people what vulnerabilities are there out there in the public, and we inform them this through various advisories, through quarterly reports which we do each and every quarter. If you go to the CA website, every quarter we give reports of how many incidences that the system may have picked and what we think are the most vulnerable areas in our cyberspace. A good example during the COVID period, of course, people moved from the conventional office environment to the home environment. There's a lot of demand for VPNs and private networks, isn't it? So people went to invest in those items to secure communication from the office to to homes. But now you find that the actors who get sophisticated every day, the cyber threat actors, also moved their strategies from attacking corporate type of environment to now engaging on those VPNs. So nowadays there are special types of tools, we call them metasploits, among others, which target only VPN connections or new types of vulnerabilities. So whenever we pick this, we make Kenyans aware. It's very important that when you get those quarterly reports, read them. They're very detailed. There's a lot of research which has been done behind them. They give you numbers. They tell you which type of vulnerabilities that you need to watch for. And then more important, we also create trust. Trust is so important, and collaboration.
Cyber hygiene, if we talk about patch management, this is one of the biggest components of cyber hygiene. So this is in different ways where an organization can benefit as a result of doing this. So, for example, we know that we have ICT infrastructure in organization. So now this becomes one of the biggest holders of the information assets. So this is now a critical component for an organization to operate. In order for these systems to operate, I think just like the teachers explained, being the skin now of the body, we need to maintain it. You need to wash this body. You need to do some checkup at the doctor. Yeah, so once in a while now, this is now what we do during the patch management for the systems. So you do this in order to make sure that the systems are secure.
My name is Malcolm Kijira. I'm a digital government advisor with GIZ. And just wanted to touch on briefly on some of the reasons why we are here. GIZ is a partner of many of the organizations, including KE-CIRT, that are involved here. There are many themes in internet governance that are being discussed and have been discussed here: collaboration, awareness, cybersecurity, e-government, and at GIZ, and specifically in the area that I work in, the Digital Transformation Center.
Hi, my name is Maureen Mwaniki, and I'm the Vice Director in Huawei Technologies. And Huawei has been in Kenya for a couple of years, and we've been able to interact and support in many of partnerships with different organizations. And we're really glad to be here and present to participate and also have an opportunity to see what new solutions are there within the market, and also what new partners we can be able to work with so that we can be able to create more opportunities. We've worked and created through trainings that we've done to upscale the skills within the society, and we hope that in future we can do more and more in terms of trying to enhance the trainings and also accessibility in terms of the infrastructure that we work together with our partners to build. And we hope that we can be able to do more forums like this so that we can just try and see what other partnerships we can be able to build and have opportunities in creating together with those partners new solutions for the future.
Hi, my name is Joseph Nzano from Communication Authority of Kenya, and I'd like to say that we are glad to associate ourselves with the Kenya IGF, particularly so the KE-CIRT. We have actually been walking the journey together right from day one when KE-IGF was first held in Kenya. One of the major partners then was Communication Authority of Kenya, and we are happy that throughout the years we have been together in this, and we have done so many things actually through this KE-IGF forum, including the formation of the national KE-CIRT. Way back in 2014, we actually used KE-CIRT as one of our collaborators in getting inputs, also in getting inputs into various regulations on cybersecurity, including the Computer Misuse Cybercrimes Act of 2018, among others. We have worked the journey together, and we are very, very glad to have KE-CIRT always on our side as one of our partners in the great mandate which we have at the authority of ensuring a safer cyberspace for Kenya.